Malcolm. Why did you do that? Did you know that the honeybee plays a vital role in our ecosystem, and without them the world will never be the same? Now I know what you're going to say. It was just one bee. Oh, but it is not, Malcolm. It is not. You see, not so long ago in the UK, there were over 50 different species of these little guys. Now there's only 25 left, and apparently none of these are wild honeybees. The reason for these fuzzy yellow and black guys disappearing? Global warming. Now, global warming does get a lot of stick, but this isn't the sole reason as to why the bees are dying. Yes, the change in season means that the bees snooze for a tad longer, and only get to pollinate about 50% of what they normally would. But the real villain in this story is neonicotinoid. Farmers use this pesticide on crops to stop other insects eating them, but that also means the bees are poisoned. This pesticide makes the bees feel really sick. They forget how to get home, they struggle to find food sources, and it can cause viral mutations. Yet, these pesticides are still legal to use. But how does this affect me, I hear you cry? Why should I care? Well, our good old brain box Einstein once predicted that the human race would be extinct after 4 years of the bees' total disappearance. Why? Well, if the bees aren't there to pollinate the plants, flowers, and trees, then they don't grow. And if plants don't grow, then the animals can't eat. And if the animals don't eat, well, they die. And if the animals die, Malcolm, then we can't eat. And if we don't eat, we die. And if we die... Calm down, Malcolm. Due to recent technological advancements, this will not happen. Well, for some of us, that is. We can now grow artificial crops, which I'm sure taste just as nice as the real thing. Although it has been said that a world without bees could not sustain a population of over 7 billion people, especially seeing as we're already dealing with world hunger. A world without bees would mean that we would have to find another way of pollinating 3/4 of the world's food. I suppose we could follow the Chinese and start painting pollen on the crops by hand. Honeybees are the world-leading pollinators and are responsible for $30 billion a year in crops. So imagine the price of food if the bees die and the government have to use a non-free way of pollinating our crops. Not to mention, if they die, then the supermarkets would only have half of the fruit and vegetables they have now. You're not so sad about that fact, are you, Malcolm? Well, if the bees do go, we face a fate worse than death. We would have to ration wine. With not enough grapes to make wine, it would become less of an everyday luxury, which would become a very big problem in a country that drinks around 130,000 liters of the stuff a year. So what can you do to help, Malcolm? Well, the bees really need pollen to survive, so planting bee-friendly flowers such as these common ones would help. Malcolm, did you know that your uni is already doing this? Yes, the University of Central Lancashire has opened its doors to bees. The uni organisation Green Ladder have created a secret garden where they can grow bee-friendly flowers and crops. This will encourage the bees to come and pollinate in a safe environment. The Green Ladder people are also trying to get their hands on beehives so they can breed and look after the bees. Now, Malcolm, we're not going to ask you to go out and buy your own colony. All we ask of you is that you don't harm any more bees. Try and be as bee-accommodating as possible by planting some friendly flowers and, of course, spread the word. A lot of people like yourself don't realize how serious this situation is, but the first step to helping is being made aware of the problem, and then you can be helpful.